How you ask is important. With Typeform, it's everything. If you're lazy or got better things to do, pick a template and get on with your day. Ask any kind of question you want, because business doesn't have to mean business as usual. That means you can make it brainy and efficient, or silly and fun. Your Typeform, your rules. Make every interaction count, from start to send. You can keep things simple and tidy if you want, or use the image gallery and look for eye candy. And others zig, you zag. Connect Typeform straight into your workflow and save your future self some headache. When you're done, just share the link or embed it into your site without writing a single line of code. With Typeform, you can pick someone's brain and look like a pro. It's easy to use and free to get started.
A stronger relationship with my customers means better business, but it's hard with just email and a website to have a human connection. So that's why I want to show you Video Ask. Video Ask is a new way to engage with people through interactive video conversations, like this one. You just record yourself like I did, then you share it as a link or embed it on your website. People can respond with video or audio, or you can give them options to choose from. For example, hi there, nice to meet you. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Tim.
Awesome. Now I can follow up with another pre-recorded question. What's your role?
I'm a product marketer. I'm a product marketer.
When someone answers, their response goes straight to the Video Ask inbox. And the audio is transcribed so you can search for it later.
I'm a product marketer.
And when I want to carry on the conversation, I can easily reply with a Video Ask. Hi, Tim. You can also start a follow-up Video Ask with any of your respondents and keep the conversation going asynchronously. You can use it to qualify leads, collect testimonials, for recruitment, and much more. So that's Video Ask. Want to try it out?
Welcome back, everyone. No Code Week. We have another great networking session ahead. As you guys can see, my dog is also networking with us as well. But welcome back to No Code Week networking sessions. This one is with Typeform. We have heard from this guy already. His name is Nicolas Grenie, and he is a developer advocate at Typeform and Video Ask. So exciting to bring him back to the stage. Nicolas, welcome, man. Oh, I think you're on mute, bud.
Right, you're right.
There you go. What's
Hi,
going on,
sorry.
man? Welcome back.
Good to be here. Thanks for the invitation.
Yeah, exciting, man. I mean, it's been a great. We're almost. It's crazy to know that we're almost over with No Code Week. It started last Monday, and now we're all the way towards the end. We got 2 more days after this, and yeah, home stretch now. But yeah, great information.
Good job. Good job on organizing this. It's like full of content, full of things. Yeah, a lot of things to digest.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we hope that we created a great educational resources and tools for everyone who's either familiar with no code and wants to expand their knowledge, or those individuals who are not even familiar with no code or integrations or anything like that. We just heard from Amy Carlson. She is the customer outcome manager at Typeform right before this. So make sure you go back. You can go through YouTube, or you can go through your profile on StartupStarter, and you can watch her course on Typeform and how she built out a Typeform live as well. And then now we'll hear how Typeform actually integrates with other useful tools as well to help people and these idea makers create. So I'll let you kind of share with that and kind of like just introduce yourself and kind of a little bit more and give your background.
Yeah, sure. So in Typeform, my role, I'm a developer advocate. So I'm responsible of making sure that developers, partners that want to integrate with us have the best experience, making sure we have the right APIs for them. And usually I'm talking with really technical folks, but that also includes the no-coder community, the people that are discovering, building stuff using no-code solutions, because you're hackers. People are finding their own ways and building a lot of different things, connecting all the different tools together. So I like this approach, and I would like to show you, maybe
Share screen.
how to connect Typeform with other stuff.
I'll let you take it away, and then what we'll do after this. So just so everybody that is watching currently on Beam, at the top left, you have networking rooms that under co-work that you'll be able to go into. We also have the learn section as well. The learn section is where you can go and see all the previous events from No Code Week. So check that out. After he's done showing you some of these integrations, we will hop into Beam with you live, and he'll answer some questions for a few people and jump around some of the rooms. So once we get to that, make sure you jump into the co-working rooms to the left side of the Beam screen.
Yeah, and I don't really want to make this too serious or too didactic. As really like just give you an overview of the things that are possible. And for this, I think we can go. This is a typical Typeform as we saw it earlier. This is used for a job application, so people are using this for receiving applications for their positions that they have open. So usually they put this form on their website, asking a bunch of things like, oh, what do you know? Well, like a couple of questions to qualify. But that will work with any type of Typeform. If you go under the integrate or the connect, you will see different type of integrations we have available. And I'm teasing you something that's not yet available, but it's coming soon. Over here, but here you have a bunch of things you can do. Something that's very common is for anybody that wants to treat the data, do some analysis on it, is things like Google Spreadsheet or Excel. This is really a table stake for a lot of our users. What it means is like every time someone submits a Typeform, it will go into the spreadsheet. For you to connect this, it's very straightforward. You click connect. And then what we're going to do, and you see I'm already connecting in a bunch of accounts, but I can try this again, is connecting with your Gmail account, your G Suite account. Give permission to Typeform. We're going to create a new sheet. That's the easiest thing we can do. And I play job application, so let's see. This, and I just activate this. And now every time someone submits a response to this form, it will go into a spreadsheet. So right now, if we open this spreadsheet, it's empty. There's nothing there. And it's a bit there's a lot of things here because there's a lot of text in each column, but basically each column is a question, and you will see the answer for each column, each question in a column. And so if we try this now, I have to publish my form first. Going back here, publish. Now I have the link. I can open the link. And really, now I can just fill up this form and pretend that I'm applying to this job. Blah, blah, blah. I use one of the templates that we have available. And so you can reuse this the way you want it. And I realize there might be a lot of questions. A nice project. I don't know what are the right answer to these questions. I should probably have picked another form. But you see that we can ask a lot of questions. This question can help you qualify who are the best candidates. And in the end, you will have a global overview. So this is link. I'll put my rel, and then I'll put my email, and that should be at the end. So now that it has been submitted, in a couple of seconds, in a couple of milliseconds, we see here in the spreadsheet the new response that comes in, and each column is a response, an answer to a question. And so you have this as the base, and as the responses are going to come, you can go into another sheet and try to make some graphs, try to make some analysis, do whatever you want with your data. We usually recommend to don't touch this one because if you change, for example, the structure like this is going to break our integration because the columns are not in the right order. So don't touch this wherever we send you data. Just use the data wherever you need it in another sheet. So this is like really the simplest thing you can do integrated with Google Spreadsheet. This is only happening after you have set up. So if you have data that was previously collected on Typeform, we won't be able to backfill this. But yeah, I think whenever you create a Typeform, this is great to have. If you don't use spreadsheets, so we said you can use Excel. So I turned this off. But we also have integrations with, and then we can look here with Airtable. So here, pretty much the same thing where you're gonna either start from Typeform and you're gonna connect to a base. And so what I'll show you how it looks like. Usually we ask for the API key for this base, and then we're gonna load the base and the function of this base, the structure of this base. You will be able to define in which table you wanna send this. So this is not really corresponding to the thing that I'm doing now, but here you will map a question that was asked in the form with a field in the Airtable. So that works great for like sending from Typeform to Airtable. The other thing that I would like to show you, because now that I have this job creation form, I could also use something from Airtable to Typeform. So if I go into Airtable, I can create a base, and I will basically want to create the form that corresponds to this base. So if we start with a template, we'll take the simple applicant tracker, saying that people want to apply for a job, and we want to manage these different applications in Airtable. And so there are 3 tables in this. There are the table with the applicants, the different positions we have available, and who is available to interview. And what we're going to do here, we're going to use an app that lives in Airtable, and there's a Typeform app. So we're going to add this app to our base. That will ask us to connect to our Typeform account. So you don't see this here, giving authorization to have access to our forms and create forms. And now we can decide to create in our workspace. And so I'm going to go back here. I'll show you in my workspace that I only have the form that I created as a template from Typeform. Now I would like to show you what happens when I create this form. So I have 2 options: either create or import. So create creates the form from the Airtable, and import it's more for importing responses in batches. So let's do create first. So I would like to, yes, the applicants, and here I get to pick the questions I would like to ask. So I would like to ask about their email. I would like to ask about their phone number, what's their name, and attachments. That would be for like if they have a resume or something like this. And so I select the questions that I'm interested to import into Typeform. I like to generate the form. And it works with most questions, but here, as you see, there are relations, and this is not supported because we can't really map this to the similar field on Typeform, but it works otherwise with most column type on Airtables. And we do this, we create a Typeform, and what we have at the end is an actual Typeform with the questions. So here was for the resume. Here's the name, the email address, and the phone number and the name. They actually ordered by the order that they had in the table. And now, if I'm on my Typeform, I have a new form that I can just rearrange. Oh, and also it creates. It creates by default. It creates an old version. So let me update it to the new version. What we call the classic builder. Let's update it to the new builder. Up. And you see that the name of this form says generated by Airtable. And so now we can like do name. Going to ask for the phone and email address, and then we can we already have a structure that we can use. In there, we can rename the things to be like, hey, what's your name? Then we can, as I'm like for the phone number, we can update all those things. And then we do, again, the mapping. So whenever someone comes to apply for this job, it goes into our table. So we have here, what's your name? What's your, here, let's reuse this. What's your phone number? Okay. But this is a very simple job application. But now I have this form that was created, and I can go back and connect it to Airtable. So I will look for Airtable here. I should have a base. What was the base? Simple applicant. I have a lot of things in my yes, let me check. I have the right API key. API documentation. Where is the API key? I always forget where you get the API key in Airtable. Ah, yes, show API key. Okay, so let's do a proper setup. So we make sure that we have the right thing. So connect, choose account, add account. I'm gonna do this outside so you don't see my API key. Okay. And so now I'm looking for simple applicant. Yes, this one, simple applicant tracker. I get the base, the applicant, and now I can do the mapping of what is your name, goes in here. What is your phone number, goes into phone, and then email, going to email address, and then the resume goes into attachment. And that's it, activate the integration. And so now I can open this form, and I will leave my email and my details. And for this, I'll just put a picture of me because that seems to be the thing that's by default open on my laptop. But that will work with any PDF you have. And so I click submit. And now if I go back to Airtable, you see that there is a new row that has been added to my base. And the details that were submitted to the Typeform are already here. So this is like really simple way to connect things together. This is great if you're using Airtable as your database and as your backend, so you can connect it to something like Software or Pori or Bravo, like all type of other applications to provide a nice interface on top of it. But you get to see, if you already have a base and you don't want to spend the time creating all the different questions in Typeform, I also showed you a trick on how to generate a Typeform from Airtable. And then the other part you have now is that you have this Typeform app if you want to import all the responses. So if you already have a form that has a lot of responses and you want to do this in Airtable, you can do that also from Airtable. So you get to pick whenever you want to do this, either real time, either in batches, or whatever works for you. So we saw Google Spreadsheet, we saw Airtable. What else can I show you? If you're like into the marketing aspect of things, you may want to track the success of a campaign. You want to track how many people have reached the end of the form and count this as conversions. We integrate with Google Analytics for this. You just paste here your tracking code from Google Analytics, and it will automatically triggered. We send you an event when people open the form, when they submit it, and so you can see how many have. Like you can check the funnel. We have a really simple Slack integration as well. So let me show you how that works. Let's log into Slack. Let's see all the different Slacks that I have. Ooh, I only have one. Yes. This is all the Slacks I have. Oh, that's my personal one. Too many. I may not be able to show you this right now, but I'll do something real quick. No, I can't. I don't know what's on my Slack right now, so I don't want to. I want to show my screen. But what I can say is that what you're gonna get is at the end, you receive a notification every time someone submits into your Slack. This is great if you're using Typeform as a lead generation form, as a sales pipeline form, so your team gets notified when someone fills up the form, and they can act on it quickly. For us, for example, we use it. I'll tell you how we use it internally. Here, there is a form to let us know about integration you would like to see on Typeform. And it goes into a channel where everybody that is in this team interested by integrations and partnership receive a notification saying, hey, this person has asked for an integration about Calendly. This person has asked an integration with so-and-so. And like this, we can look at it and do some analysis and also come up with a plan. Other stuff you can integrate with. We integrate with Dropbox if you want to get all the files that people are uploading into your form. So if you're collecting a lot of files, you could be interested that it goes directly into a Dropbox that's already organized. Same thing with Box. So this is very helpful for agencies that are collecting a lot of assets, or if you're organizing a conference and you need to get people's avatar, their slides, all the stuff, then you can already organize it into Box or Dropbox. And then we integrate with a lot of other CRM, typical CRM like HubSpot, Pipedrive, Zoho. You can do a bunch of things like this. And right now, like if I scroll, I see a lot of things. If you don't see something you would like to see there, it's very probable, very possible that we offer it through Zapier. So if you're not familiar with Zapier or Automate.io or Integromat, they are all connector apps that help you build workflows that will take Typeform as a trigger. So someone sends a new response to your form, and then you can connect it to another app. And they have so many things that they offer. You see here we have a couple of examples on things you can do with Zapier. But yeah, so if you don't find it there, go check Zapier, Integromat, Automate.io, and other connectors app. And if you really don't see it and you really want it, then here you have a form, and we'll look into this. And for the most adventurous of you, you always have the solution of webhooks. And webhooks is more like a programmatic way to be notified when someone fills up the form. If we look at this, you have to provide us with a URL. So let's make a fake URL for now. And what's going to happen is we're going to send a test request. We're sending you a JSON that contains, and that looks terrifying, horrifying if you haven't looked at this before, but it's actually a structured data that will give you both the way the form is structured, telling you which questions have been asked, and the answer that you have collected. And so you can go deep dive into this, extract the data you're interested, receive this in real time every time someone fills up the form, and create your own integration if whatever we offer is not what you need. Yeah, so I will say this gives you a quick overview of the ways you can integrate with Typeform. There are many ways. I think the thing that are interesting is really connecting with things like Airtable or Google Spreadsheet, because from there, then this could be consumed in other apps. So if you're building a mobile app that does restaurant reviews built on Glide, you can use Typeform to collect those reviews, for example. Because then it goes into the spreadsheet, and then you can use the spreadsheet in Glide. Similarly, we've seen people using this for Airtable with Bravo Studio. So try all those tools, try to connect them, and tell me what you build with it.
Yeah, man, this is great. Like it might seem in some senses, if he's jumping around, it might seem like there is some complexity to it. However, it's so simple, right? Connecting your Airtable to your Typeform and being able to have all that data, embedding that information after that as well. So there's a lot of different options that you guys will have to do that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to jump into the actual networking rooms with you guys. There are several different rooms. We'll jump in and out of these rooms and chat with you guys about what you guys are actually creating, some questions that you guys have. I've seen a couple questions in the Beam conferencing channel where people were asking questions. So we'll be able to answer those for you guys as well. And yeah, any final words? I know you had some cool stuff to say yesterday about what's next for 2021, but anything you want to add for 2021, what's coming with Typeform and Video Ask?
Yeah, no, there are a lot of things are happening on both sides. If you haven't tried Video Ask, it's a form on steroid using your face as the interface. So you get to interact at a personal level, and you get to receive videos from your clients as well. So that changed totally the interactions you have with your customers. There are a lot of things happening on the logic, on how to give you more power, how to give you more power on the design as well, and how to make it look better for you, and a whole thing happening around a platform and more integration. So stay tuned and let us know what you wanna see as well. Like, we're definitely looking forward for your comments. I think you're on mute.
I'm on silent. I'm on mute. Yeah, I'm looking forward to all the cool stuff that that Typeform is doing. I actually got a chance to test out Typeform, Video Ask on Typeform. It's really cool. So if you guys have not checked your emails yet on the newsletter that came out, we'll send it again. But you can get an app built out live, and we sent you over a request using Video Ask by Typeform. So go in there, give a 30-second pitch, a recording of your idea or app idea, and have the opportunity to get it built out live tomorrow with Doc Williams. So exciting, and I'll drop the link in the chat once we dive into Beam. So Nicolas, thank you. I'll see you on the other side inside the chat, man.
Yeah, see you there.
I dropped it to you in the private chat. Thanks, man.
Awesome.
How you ask is important. With Typeform, it's everything. If you're lazy or got better things to do, pick a template and get on with your day. Ask any kind of question you want, because business doesn't have to mean business as usual. That means you can make it brainy and efficient, or silly and fun. Your Typeform, your rules. Make every interaction count from start to send. You can keep things simple and tidy if you want, or use the image gallery and look for eye candy. And others zig, you zag. Connect Typeform straight into your workflow and save your future self some headache. When you're done, just share the link or embed it into your site without writing a single line of code. With Typeform, you can pick someone's brain and look like a pro. It's easy to use and free to get started.
The .xyz community is made up of celebrated artists and creative outlets, acclaimed entertainers and designers, award-winning professionals and industry leaders, game-changing communities and organizations, and forward-thinking businesses discovering tomorrow's next big breakthroughs. The word is out, and the world is spoken. .xyz is the domain for the next generation. Build a winning online presence with a domain that knows no bounds. Join the revolution. Get your .xyz today.
This is Jane. Jane's got an online store, and she's doing pretty good.
Crushing it.
But like every store owner, Jane wants an app.
I want an app.
You need an app.
I can't build an app.
But she could. With TapCart, she was able to design and launch the perfect app for her brand without having to deal with her developer. Now Jane can spend more time on the things she loves, being creative, connecting with her customers, and collecting sweaters for her dog Sadie. Hey Sadie.
Watch this.
TapCart enables Jane to send these interactive push notifications directly to her customers, getting them back in the app and making purchases. Back on top. So what's next?
Flash sale.
Updating her app is a breeze. Add new blocks, feature a sale, share new content from anywhere. Plus, TapCart keeps her app up to date with the latest technology. So no more dealing with this guy. This is the future, Jane.
Yep, I'm the future.
Your brand, your products, your app. TapCart.